Boom. What's going on, y'all? This is Antonio
Kayla.
and we bring y'all the most anticipated video, the Budgeting 101, bringing you little tips and tricks to keep a little money in your wallet, help you get out of debt, and just keep shit going right. I mean, I'm not saying we're rich, and I'm not saying we're experts. Just giving little tips on how to make your wallet
A little
fatter.
fatter.
You know what I'm saying? And how to make your pockets thicker. So pretty much everybody think they got their budget in order until a crisis happens, like you lose your job or money don't come in 1 week or something like that. And it's not until that point where people wish they had a better budget or better financial stability. And what really got me to the point where I was thinking like, man, it's time for a change. Because beforehand, I thought we had it all. We was balling. I was out buying J's. She was maxing out Victoria's Secret cards. and
True story.
and we just got to the point where it's just like when you sit down and look at all the numbers, it's like, damn, like
Life was terrible compared to how we live now.
exactly. So I want to give a quick shout out to my cousin Paris. It was about 2.5 years ago. He was like, "Hey, bro, you read?" And I'm like, "Nah, I don't really read too often, man." But then he was just like, "Check out this book, Total Money Makeover." Book changed my life. Now I don't work for Dave Ramsey, but pick you up a copy of this book. It'll definitely change your life. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, pick this up. It looked different now. This is the old version. I got like 3 of them, so if you need one, hit me up. But book definitely changed my life, and it really puts you into perspective on things like creating a budget and following it and getting out of debt. The main purpose of this book is having a budget and getting out of debt. So first, we want to talk about this is videos about the budgeting part. We can get into the debt part into another video, but budgeting, debt, prosper. That's the whole basis of the book. Step number 1 is make a budget and stick to it.
To make a budget, it means to include everything you plan on spending in a pay period. You write it down weeks in advance and you follow it. There is no, oh, this I came up, I need to do this, I need to go buy this. There's none of that. You make a budget for your bills, for your gas, for your groceries, daycare if you have children, diapers, etc. Needs that are in your life that you know you have to pay for every 2 weeks. If you have a party coming up and you want to buy a dress, that goes in your budget. You do not stray away from your budget. When you start straying away from your budget, you then are like, okay, I can use my credit card for this, my credit card for that. I can take money from here and use it here. No, you don't do that. You write it down and you stick to it. Hold yourself accountable and follow your budget.
Accountability.
There are just no surprise expenses. Plan for everything. We all have vehicles, maintenance, wintertime. You know you need a little change every 300 miles. Save,
3,000.
budget for it. 3,000.
3,000.
My
That's
bad.
cool.
Save for it.
If you need it every 300, shit, that so be it.
Save for it. Put it in your budget.
But to touch on that though, that's the point. Nothing is an unexpected expense. You can't say, "Oh, I have unexpected car repair, so this happened." Nothing's unexpected because you know a car is not perfect, so it's gonna fuck up. So you're gonna have to get that fucked up money. You know what I'm saying? So save it as you go, just like owning rental property. You wanna budget for that. So you get your check. All right, I'm gonna put. If you got it, you got to get to a point where you got it. But every paycheck, $30-$40 towards repairs. So that point where when you get to a point where damn, I need to get my
water
rotors,
pump or something
my
fixed.
water pump fixed. At least you got $200-$300 on it right now. So now all you got to do is come up with like another $100, something like that. So where it takes the load off of you having to go get a credit card and spend $400 on a credit card. Now you don't know how you're gonna pay that credit card off.
The goal of setting a budget is to make sure that your expenses go towards what they need to go towards. You're not just out here buying things sparingly. You're not in the drive-through every afternoon getting bills and everything. It's just setting a budget and sticking to it. You have a restaurant budget if you like to go out to eat. You have a grocery budget. If you go over that, like, you don't go over that. Once you spend all of it, it's done. Like, go home, find something in the kitchen to cook. Like, you can't go out to eat anymore. That's over. Gas. Think about where you're going. Like, you have gas, you need to get to work. If your friends say, hey, let's go do this. First of all, did you plan and budget to go out and hang out with your friends? Do you have spending money? And you have to plan for things. It's just basically adulting at its finest.
Yeah, that adulting shit is real. And to touch on the budget part, like when you say $100 for groceries or $100 for restaurant, it's like, how am I gonna keep up with that? Well, I got this format I do. I know checkbooks is like for old folks. What I do, yeah, actually, you say it's for millennials, be like, oh, checkbooks for old folks. Nah, checkbooks is for rich folks. That's what checkbooks is for. So what I'm saying is, you don't necessarily need an actual checkbook that you write in. I got a checkbook app. It's called Checkbook Beta. And what I do is I allot certain amounts of money for certain things. I'll make you a little background on it. So I work for an insurance company. So what they do is called reserving. So if you get into an accident and you report this claim to your insurance company, they don't know how much your car is going to cost to fix. But they set a certain amount of money aside so that they have money for your expense. So say they got, this is just pure example, they got $10,000 in their bank. You make a claim, they set aside $4,000 so they don't spend that $4,000 because they know you got a claim waiting. Because your car's not going to be, if it's total, it's not going to be more than $4,000, so they're safe with that $4,000 set aside. You apply that same mentality to your life. So you got paid. You set aside $150 for restaurant, $200 for groceries. And then every time you spend something for groceries, it says $150 for groceries. You just went to the grocery store, you spent $75. Now you change that to $75 left in your grocery budget. You do that, and if you run out, either stop or take money from another budget that's not that important. Restaurant. You went to the grocery store, you spent your $150, you still got $100 left in restaurant. What's going to get you further?
Grocery store or 1 meal at the restaurant.
1 meal at the restaurant. So you take $50 from the restaurant budget. But the key to it is when you go over something, you take away from something else. Don't add money to it because
that's when you start getting a problem.
Exactly. So my point is, all your dollars need to have a name. So, and what I mean by that is, every dollar needs to be going towards something. So if you go over something, you shouldn't have any money left to put towards it because all your money has something it's going towards. So that's why I say take it from restaurant because that's probably the least important thing. I don't have like a drinking going out budget because that I don't do that no more. So if you set aside money for drinking and going out, that's some shit that needs to go away too if you don't have any money for normal
Especially
life.
Priorities. Like if you out here saving to go out to the bar, but you can't put gas in your car, you should probably evaluate your life because priorities. There's also another way that you can do a budget. It's an envelope process. It's a little different for those that don't really care for the checkbook app or maybe think it's a little too complicated. You just put the money in an envelope. You label the envelope, restaurant, grocery, whatever, electric bill, this, that, or so forth, and you put the money in there. So if you go to the grocery store and you have an envelope with $200, the bill's $75, you give them the $75, whatever's left. That's what's left for your grocery budget. If that works better for you to see your money physically go away, then envelope.
That shit hurts.
It does.
When you see the money leave your hand, it hurts worse than swiping your card on life.
So maybe if you do have a spending problem, it's probably the debit card. You just sitting there swiping. You don't physically see your money disappear. Take out cash. Guarantees you break a 20, you'd be so sad. because it goes that quick.
I don't buy Jordans no more like that unless they cold. But take 220 to the finish line. You'd be pissed.
Yeah, sometimes if you do have a spending problem, try cash. It'll help you with spending because you'll think about it like, oh, wait, I'm getting low on cash, instead of just opening an app and realizing, oh, I have this much money left. No, take out cash. It'll help you with your spending.
And then another thing what you want to do is, okay, you're budgeting, you're getting everything. I know I said debt is for another video, but just to touch on it real quick, you're going to want to set aside a money. First of all, you take care of your priorities. Then what you want to do is start trying to take care of debt. Because when you knock out debt, you increase your income to be spent on other things. So knock out debt, increase your income. So I'll get to that in another video. If y'all want to hear about it, I can lay out. If you're a lazy motherfucker and you don't want to read the whole book, I can lay out the program for you. But yeah, you got to knock out debt. That's going to increase your actual income used for spending.
It's a lot of moving parts to getting out of debt. You have to be very dedicated and very disciplined. That's why I said a whole nother video telling you. And then I did mention credit cards. Credit cards. Okay, so Dave Ramsey does not believe in credit cards. He said credit cards is the devil. They are.
They are to a certain extent. Me personally, I freaking love credit cards. I use credit cards every day. But
be responsible.
I pay them motherfuckers off every day. When I spend something, I pay it. So like, if I go to the grocery store, $90 at the grocery store, swipe my credit card, pay $90 on my credit card. Or I go to the store, spend $20, pay $20 on my credit card. The reason why I do that is because it's free money involved. Every time I spend money, they give me 2% back on cash back. So every now and then, it's like, oh, I've spent such and such amount of money. Now I have $30 built up in rewards. Remember the restaurant budget I was talking about? Forget that. I don't need the restaurant budget because now I got $30 to go out on Capital One. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I use credit cards. It's smart and it's free money because I was going to pay my rent. I was going to buy groceries anyway. So why not get money for doing that? But as far as swiping the credit card and not paying it off, that's a no-go. And if you're going to do that, do it to where it's not going to overlap for a month. So when is today? Today is the 27th. So say I see this cold deal on a Christmas present from my mom. I might swipe my credit card, but I get paid on the 2nd. That's like on Friday. So that's less than a week.
You get to pay it.
So I'll pay it right off on Friday, but I'm not going to miss that sale. But I don't suggest that for people that's not responsible.
Be responsible.
Hit it. You had some more? So, welcome to Budgeting 101 with Jasmine Sullivan and yeah.
Jasmine.
This is Budgeting 101.
Hell no. No. No.
That was the test run.